Hey guys, what is up and welcome to today's vlog. I hope you're feeling better than what I am, and that is because I am sick. That's why I'm wearing a mask right now, which is probably something you think's a little bit weird. And you see it probably on the news a lot whenever media makes like footage or a story about a flu outbreak in Asian countries. They always show a whole bunch of Asians wearing masks. Now, typically the culture here in Japan is if you're sick, you wear a mask to protect other people from getting your germs. And, you know, I live in Japan. I really wanted to take on the culture. So I started doing that and I ended up coming to love it because while I'm sick, it has a whole bunch of other benefits and stuff like that. So I wear a mask whenever I'm sick here in Japan because, I mean, I don't want anyone else to get sick. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm going to struggle talking to you today because my brain is just stuffed. It feels like my whole head's full of cotton wool right now. I'm still recovering. I'm quite sick still. But anyways, today we have a lot to do on the R33.4, which is what I'm sitting in right now. And we're gonna move the car away from the house so we can jack it up because I got the parts that I needed from my sponsor company, DGR Suspension, to put those adjustable camber tops in the front of my car. So they'll go on the top of the coilover, which means I gotta take the whole coilover out to do that. So we're gonna do that, as well as May got me an early birthday present the other day. We were in Up Garage and we saw a genuine Blitz blow-off valve that was like marked down crazy cheap for like 70 bucks. Now, if you know anything about these blow-off valves, which I'll show you when I go and install it, which one it is, they don't sell for like anything cheaper than $150 secondhand. The person who labeled it and wrote the price actually made a mistake and said that it didn't have the adapter and everything you needed to bolt it onto the RB25 engine. But it actually did. It was already attached to it. So I think they were a bit confused when they wrote it. So we got a super awesome deal on it. And May was like, hey Sam, I know your birthday's not till the 11th of November, but here you go. And I was like, oh my God, I love my wifey. So anyways, I got a really cool Blitz blow-off valve. I'm really excited to hear what it sounds like. I've never had one of this particular brand and type before. So that's exciting. And yeah, what else is today? We're gonna go get some tires mounted at Yashio factory. So we'll get to see Oka-chan and Dato-san again. But for now, I'm gonna move the car and we're gonna get started on these coilovers. Okay, so I finished putting in my pillow ball adjustable tops on the front coilovers. Now the first thing you got to notice is the nuts or the bolts here that you need to be able to access to adjust it are kind of being blocked off by a little bit of the chassis here. And that is not really much of an issue because, as I said previously with the R chassis, this doesn't adjust camber, so you're never really going to be adjusting it from up the top here and then sliding the coilover around. This is only going to help if you're trying to reset the geometry because you've extended your LCAs or you've got a lock kit in there like a wise fab and stuff like that, and you want to move the coilover outwards more to match the geometry of that, lock kit. So really the only time you would adjust these is if the coilover was out of the car anyway. So this is going to be okay, but I am still going to talk to DGR and see if we can get this recessed and move them in a little bit closer so you can adjust them from the top just for usability. And this is a comparison between the old and the new. As you can see, it's just a rubber mount kind of bush style, and this just doesn't give you the nice feedback when especially when you're drifting or doing grip runs and stuff. You really want to be able to feel what the car's doing and how it's talking to you. So and obviously rubber deteriorates over time and it just gets sloppy and gross. So really happy that I got the pillow ball in there, and I'm hoping that's going to fix a little bit of my steering bind issues that come through the steering wheel, especially at Nikko. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to change this out with a Blitz blow-off valve. So I'll go get that now and let's see what we can do. Okay guys, so this is the Blitz blow-off valve that I picked up from Up Garage for a killer price. So we're going to throw this on, see what it sounds like, and make some cool noises. I know it's kind of like I guess a bit nerdy and kind of like JDM fanboy to have blow-off valves, but I really like them. It's just something I like, I guess. Crack these bolts. So typically when you're doing this, especially on the Skylines, there's a gasket that you want to be very careful not to break. as you take this off, so hopefully you don't break it. But if you do, you can just use some ultra grey or a cardboard gasket, whichever you can make to get in there. I need an extension. Okay, so I got my extension. Let's try and get this bottom one off now. Now, a blow-off valve is really simple. It's just an actuator. When it detects that through a vacuum line that there's boost, it seals, and then when it detects that all of a sudden there's a sudden drop of boost, it opens the actuator and lets all that extra boost vent out of your charge pipe so that that doesn't go back into your turbo and surge and cause problems. So a blow-off valve is actually a very simple method of preventing problems, really. So I've just finished installing the Blitz blow-off valve. Now, the only other thing you want to do on a Skyline is you need to block off this return pipe here. Now, typically everyone in Japan, they normally just get a metal bottle cap and cram it down in there and then zip tie it up. Not zip tie it, use a hose clamp to do that. Now, that's exactly what I've done. I've just gone and put a metal bottle cap in there and then tightened the hose clamp onto that for now, until I can get a proper bung. But what I'm actually going to be doing is this whole system here is going to be getting replaced. So I mean, it's only a temporary fix. Still, it doesn't sit good with me because I'm OCD about doing things properly, but that's all I had for now, so had to get that done. But I'm really excited to see what this sounds like. So what I'll do is I'll pack up all my tools and I'll put the tires in the car and the wheels in the car that I need to take with me to Yashio factory to get changed over, and then on the drive there we'll do a few pulls and listen to the BOV goodness. It feels so weird to be saying things like BOV goodness and all that kind of stuff, because it makes me realize that I've just turned my car into an obnoxious Skyline, like one of those really obnoxious ones, but I can't help it. I really love having a blow-off valve. It's something that I guess ever since I was a young person and a kid and like Fast and Furious and things like that, I've always liked the sound of a blow-off valve. So I don't know why I'm trying to justify this. I feel terrible. Okay, so we're getting on the highway now, and I'm gonna lay into it and we'll see what it sounds like. This is very typical here in Japan, is every pretty much highway here has a toll. An ETC is that card and that special machine that you sometimes hear when you export a car out of Japan when you first turn your ignition on, and you hear this Japanese voice. It's just saying that the card's missing, which is like a special credit card for charging the tolls to. Blow-off valve sounds awesome. Alrighty, so we're just about to pull up into Yashio factory here. Oh, he's got his car out too. He just used this at a competition down in Kansai, Osaka. So let's see if I can pull in here and we'll drop off these tires and get them changed out. Dato-san. Alright, so this is another one of Oko-chan's drift cars. This is the one that you saw us rebuilding the SR20 in that last video. So he was just using this in Osaka at a drifting competition that unfortunately he didn't do too well at. But nonetheless, he still had a good time, which is awesome. Obviously, that's the main point, right? Whenever you're drifting, you want to make sure you're always having fun, because if you're not, then I guess, you know, how are you going to enjoy it? How are you going to keep it up and keep doing it? So anyways, I'm going to the conveni here, 7-Eleven, to get something to eat. There's a really cool JZ80 Supra here. I don't think it's the twin turbo model. I think it's just the NA 2JZ model. Yeah, definitely the NA one. You can't see any side mount or front mount intercooler on it. But still really cool to see these in clean condition. Is it an auto or a manual? Oh, it's manual, even better. So that's cool. So I'm going to head in and get some lunch. Alright, so I got myself some 7-Eleven instant ramen and just spilt some hot water on myself. That was lovely. And I'm going to go sit down and wait for Oko-chan to get back. He's out doing another shuck-in on a car, which is like making sure it passes its registration test. And I'm just going to talk with Dato-san for a bit, and then we'll change the tires over in a bit. Hey guys, little bit of a time warp ahead. I've picked up May from work and we're about to go to this awesome little Mexican restaurant place. Anyways, I hanged back with Dato-san and helped him work on an S15 there. And then after that, I hanged out with Oko-chan for a little bit because we're working together on a new product for the SR20 to make it much more reliable. Now, I don't want to talk too much about it right now because I don't want anyone to steal our idea. But it's something very simple that no one's thought about on how to resolve one of the biggest issues with an SR20. So anyways, I'm really excited about that. And we'll be working on that in the future. But for now, date night with the wife.
Hola gente.
And now we're finished dinner.
A la vlog, the Abstract Studio.
So we're now heading home. And then I'm going to talk to you guys. I'm going to sign off the vlog. All right, guys. So today was a very productive day for me. I got those few things done on the 33.4 that I've been meaning to do for ages now, which was great. Then obviously got the tires changed out for the next drift event, which I'm super pumped for. And then what else? Obviously, you know, got to hang out with Oko-chan and talk about and kind of work out how we're going to develop this new product, which I'm excited about. So we'll get some samples made up and do some testing. The type of product that it is going to be is we are going to have to do a lot of extensive testing, but I'm pretty positive, like 90% sure that this is going to be like a really big thing, like something new that's going to really like revive the SR and really like resolve one of the biggest failure points on them. So anyways, obviously I'm excited about that. One thing I didn't get to do though was I forgot to put the banner on my car, which goes across the top of the windscreen, the new Otaka Garage one that you saw in the previous video. But anyways, for now, I'm going to call it quits. I'm going to edit this vlog right away and upload it. And then I think I'm just going to go to bed because I need some rest. I'm back at work tomorrow. And then I got 2 back-to-back night shifts over the weekend, which I think are like 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. So they're really brutal. And then I think next week I've got some exciting more stuff to film. I want to try and get out to some junkyards and stuff and do a tour and kind of show you guys around. But anyways, for now, as I said, that's it. Thanks heaps for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to tell me in the comment section if you want to see anything more in my vlogs or you got any questions. I do try to go through them all the time and reply to the ones that are valid questions. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Ja mata ne.